Did a bird hit lead to Air India crash in Ahmedabad? Explaining SOP for pilots. Previous tragedies: the London-bound Air India flight that crashed just after takeoff from Ahmedabad airport, killing at least 170 passengers of the 242 on board, could have fallen prey to a bird hit which prevented it from achieving the optimum speed for takeoff, aviation experts have said. Experts quoted by several media outlets said the aircraft's takeoff seemed smooth, but multiple bird hits may have caused both engines of the Boeing 7878 Dreamliner to lose power. They also pointed to the residential area nearby and said the presence of birds could have hampered the aircraft's operations. What is a bird hit? A bird hit, also known as a bird strike, is a collision between a bird and an aircraft. This usually happens during takeoff, landing, or low-altitude flight when planes are most likely to encounter birds. Bird strikes can be dangerous, especially if birds are ingested into the aircraft's engines or hit critical components like the windshield or wings. What happens if a bird hits an aircraft? Bird strikes are fairly frequent and are considered one of the most common wildlife hazards in aviation. If a bird is sucked into a jet engine, it can damage the fan blades, cause engine failure, or in rare cases, lead to a crash. Bird hits can damage engines, wings, nose cones, windshields, or other critical systems. If a bird or multiple birds are ingested into the engine, it can damage or bend fan blades, cause vibration and loss of thrust, and lead to engine failure or engine fire. In case of a windshield, a high-speed bird hit can crack or shatter the windshield, injure or distract the pilots, reduce visibility and increase cabin pressure risk. If birds hit the wings or fuselage, they can dent or tear the metal skin, disrupt aerodynamics, and damage sensors or flaps. Most bird strikes, over 90%, occur at low altitudes during takeoff and landing, 3,000 feet. Bird strikes are most common around airports where birds are attracted by food sources, water bodies, or open fields. Pilot and system response: when a bird strike occurs, pilots may declare a mayday or pan emergency, return to the airport for an emergency landing, shut down an affected engine and follow emergency checklists, or rely on systems like autopilot or backup power. The Air India pilot is said to have made a mayday call, but there was no response from the flight when the air traffic control ATC tried to contact them back. Previous incidences: Airways Flight 1549 Miracle on the Hudson 2009. Shortly after takeoff from New York's LaGuardia Airport, the Airbus A320 struck a flock of Canada geese, causing both engines to fail. The pilot, Chesley Sully Sullenberger, safely ditched the plane on the Hudson River. All 155 people on board survived with only minor injuries. The incident is considered a textbook example of successful emergency response. Eastern Airlines Flight 375 1972, a Lockheed L-188 Electra encountered a flock of starlings on takeoff from Boston Logan Airport. Multiple birds were ingested into the engines. The aircraft crashed shortly after takeoff, killing 62 of the 72 people on board. Virgin Air Flight 301 1996, during takeoff from Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, the Boeing 757 ingested birds into the engines. The aircraft crashed into the ocean shortly after takeoff and all 189 people on board perished. Swipe left for next video. Indigo flight in Ranchi, May 2025. On May 19, 2025, an Indigo flight 6 × 10⁻⁶ from Patna to Ranchi experienced a bird strike shortly before landing at Birsa Munda Airport. The Airbus A320 sustained damage to its nose but landed safely with all 175 passengers and crew unharmed. The aircraft was grounded for inspection and repairs. Latest blogs.